see some nice headshots from the Moldovan there. Great strikes. Comes out with a barrage of headshots there. A lot of energy, showed a lot of aggression from this Moldovan fighter, who takes a couple of headshots of her own. Great movement from the Belarusian, working on the body shots. It's aggression shown by both fighters. The Moldovan not really connecting now. Seems to be some big shots coming in, all of them connecting. The Belarusian working their space quite well.
And with the result 2-0, the victory goes to Ukraine Fighter 1.
That's another Ukrainian through. This Moldovan.
And next on the list,
been called.
Poland Fighter 2 versus Russia Fighter 3. Fighters,
So
please
Poland
come
and
to
Russia
the list.
will be in action soon. As the clash between Belarus, as you see here, against Moldova will go to the sword and buckler. Some nice headshots there from the Moldovan, who can't quite connect all of them. Not a lot of counter-attacking from the Belarusian, who seemed a little bit more cautious. Lots of aggression shown there. He was forced back and kept at a distance, however, by the Belarus fighter.
Because of the red card, in a fight between Poland Fighter 2 and Russia Fighter 3, Russia gets technical win.
And we saw earlier the Polish fighter in the 3 versus 3 received a red card for that very dangerous strike on the French fighter, who has now been hospitalized. And we'll give you updates on her progress later as soon as we hear from the hospital. So, of course, receiving that red card means the fighter cannot participate in any more events, not only the one she received the red card in. Nice tense movement here from both the Belarusian and the Moldovan. As they're pulling their bucklers out nicely, and the connection there from the Belarusian. That is called. 3 shots were received, although the Night Marshal is conferring with the other marshals there.
So we are ready to start the fight between Russia Fighter 1 and Ukraine Fighter 3.
Another round of the sword and buckler gets underway here. While they're circling each other carefully, some great leg shots and a headshot there from the Moldovan. And that is called. 3 strikes were taken. I have to say this, certainly the second round is very, very close. Well, even the first round was close, some great counter strikes from the Belarusian at a certain point. He backed off a little bit later on. That's very, very close round now. So we have, I think that's Russia 1, Ukraine in the background. And this is going to be a very, very energetic, long sword battle. Hopefully we'll be able to see that. Great headshot there from the Moldovan. Just a minor adjustment there required by the Ukraine. I'm not quite sure if there's enough coverage on the helmet. Russia 1, Ukraine 3. And there's been some delays in getting started now as the Belarus and Moldova fight is in the third and final round or section of this fight. There's sword and shield.
Sledujeme třetí kolo mezi Běloruskou a Moldavankou a na Ačku už nám začalo první kolo mezi obhájkyní zlata z Ruska.
Defensive shots coming in there.
Proti ní stojí bojovnice z Ukrajiny.
Shots to the head there, not a lot of connections, if they do have exposed parts of their body. Nice swing there from the Belarusian fighter. We exposed her face there, but it's a big hit and a nice shot to the head there. Again, some nice sweeping horizontal shots to the shins. Okay, and here we can see the nice aggressive start there. Big shots there from this Russian fighter. Absolutely massive from the Ukrainian there. Huge speed coming in, but the Russian is taking care of these shots. Massive strikes and a great headshot there. And these two are absolutely locked. Oh, and this is very, very fast indeed. We want to keep seeing more of that. Very aggressive there from both fighters. Some shots coming down there. I think time is called there on that fight, or it might have just been broken up. And we look at the long sword category now, which has been brought to a stop. So that goes to the sword and buckler. Some incredible shots coming in from the side by both the Ukrainian and the Russian, and so many shots were thrown. It's hard to call. And one thing I don't think can ask is who was faster. Very, very energetic fighter, Russia 1. Another adjustments, of course, they do. I think the night marshal there telling the Ukrainian fighter to get a move on. And we go into the sword and buckler, and it's going to be a very, very... That's some great neck shots there from the Ukrainian. Nice swipe there, big headshot. Oh, and when these two go, they sure go. My goodness.
Next fight between Germany Fighter 1 and Australia Fighter 1. Teams, please come to the list B. Then we have a fight between Russia Fighter 2 and Ukraine Fighter 2. Get ready for the next fight.
Marshall calling the second part of this sword, and there's some big shots there, and I think the weapon of the Russian was actually held there. And the final section now of the sword buckler, with very, very difficult to call. I mean, these fights are so that's Mukasama, which has taken off there. I think it came off the Ukrainian. I don't think it was. Well, I think it may have even been split down. And the last part there, I have a little bit more speed to the Russian fighter. And yeah, they're being told to change their arms now, so they will go into the third and final round of the 1 versus 1 duel, the sword and shield. You can see the Australian fighter, who was very, very strong in the 3 versus 3 against this German fighter. Very, very rapid attacks. See a lot of more caution from that Australian fighter there. Look out, sort of great strikes there to that. Nice headshots beating down on that Australian fighter. Again, not getting the connection with the swings there. And that's the difficulty thing. There's no sense being aggressive if you're not connecting the shots. And a nice headshot again from the German fighter. Some good pushes there, a nice smack on the head there. The German, I think, is taking control of this longsword bout. Some big shots coming on the side there. Some nice defense, however, from the Australian. And these longsword fights are really quite exciting. Great to see these bursts of energy from the fighters. Okay, that takes us to the end of that round as we go to sword and shield with Russia versus Ukraine. Sizing each other up. Nice shot there to the leg. Some good work here from the Ukrainian. And Russian fighter there, not quite connecting enough. However, she did have a good round of the sword and buckler. Still very, very tense. When we saw the first fight that the Russian had, there was a lot of circling and some tense moments there. But, the more aggressive fighter in the first round was this Ukrainian. Some brutal shots coming from the side there, and a very, very open stance from the Russian, looking for speed as well as aggression. A nice shot there to the leg. Goes for a distant strike that doesn't quite connect, as well defended by the Ukrainian. And it's a nice aggression there, which is broken up by the Knight Marshal. Some good defense there by the German, very, very precise shots. And yeah, very, very good defending. Deflected a lot of those attempts to get through. You can see the aggression of these two fighters. Just look at how they're hacking away at each other. Shots to the back, they're big. Headshot from the Ukrainian.
3-0. The victory goes to Russia fighter 1.
And Russia 1, 3-0 takes it. Well, I wasn't sure she got the last one, but the marshals saw it closely. Very impressive win there from this Russian, who I think at this point is now the favourite to win it.
And next on the list A, Ukraine fighter 1 versus Russia fighter 3. Fighters, please get ready and come to the list.
And Russia 3, who was given the default win due to her opponent already being disqualified with a red card. And from Team Poland. And we go to the sword and shield round of Australia versus Germany. It's to get to the playoffs is a big result here for this Australian fighter. Very, very impressive display in the rounds, and as I mentioned before, and if you didn't see the women's 3 versus 3 Puhut, she proved a formidable opponent and was actually on the fighting for Poland.
And on the list A, we are waiting for Ukraine fighter 1 and Russia fighter 3.
Goes for a tap on the side here. There seems to be a little bit of a stabbing motion from the Australian, which of course would be an illegal move, but that's only what it seemed. And German fighter going for some low shots, but moving back, backing away from this this Australian. Some good defending from the Australian fighter.
Australská bojovnice ztratila v bitvě s Němkou meč, ale už ho má opět v ruku a může
pokračovat. Marshall bringing them together again. Not such a lively final round this. A nice headshot, however, from the German there. So good low shots from the German. Very precise, nice headshot there. The Australian couldn't quite defend that. Do we go to the longsword bout? And this is the Russia 3 fighter in the black brigantine. It's a very tense one. There's a great strike there from the Ukrainian. And he's hacking down and trying to grind away at this Russian fighter. It seems to be quite a slow round, especially compared to the round we just seen between the Russian and Ukrainian fighter. Some great aggression there from this Ukrainian now, backing the Russian fighter into the side of the list. Big headshots then. So nice counter-attack there from the Russian, however, who connects with a good headshot.
The victory goes to Germany fighter 1.
And Germany go through against Australia there. So Ukrainian really forcing this Russian fighter to back away.
Next fight is between Russia fighter 2, Ukraine fighter 2. Teams, please come.
So another bout between Russia and Ukraine. And I have to say, the Russian getting some quite precise shots, and has to be said.
Get ready for the next fight.
And she the victim of this that vicious assault there by the Ukrainian fighter. And there you see Russia getting the upper hand there, and Germany against Australia. 3-0 victory there. We now move into the second part of their bout, which is sword and buckler. Marshall pulls them together. You can see a height advantage for the Ukrainian. That's a nice energy, nice burst there from the Russian fighter. Great use of space. And the Russian looking to use those 3 precise shots, but it's forced away there by the Ukrainian. A great headshot, massive leg swipes there, and that is called. As we can see that the Russian goes into battle with another Ukrainian. This is Russia 2 versus Ukraine 2. Great aggression shown from both of these fighters in their first round of these playoffs. It'll be a very, very difficult fight to call. But this is very, very nice work from the Russian, and then a good counter-attack right to the head. Sweeps in the sides there, and the Russian does have an opportunity there. The Ukrainian can't quite move her sword round. And now, the sword locked there in the middle. Brought together by the Ukrainian Knight Marshal there. Another tense moment between these two fighters, but a nice show of aggression from the Russian there. Some great speed shown, but not connecting with those shots there. Good headshot there from the Russian. Working out wide, straight in there again with the Russian. Oh, this is nice work here from the Russian 2 fighter. Again, just checking the distance there. Well, that's some nice touches there from the Russian, and it's called end of the first round.
Můžeme začít druhým kolem.
So sword and buckler.
Bylo poměrně vyrovnané, tak uvidíme,
Russia to Ukraine 2. Once again, you can see the Ukrainian with that left-handed sword there. It's going to be quite difficult to defend, but the Russian is taking precautions by holding the buckler well ahead of her. Some nice low shots there from the Ukrainian. Great aggression, great headshot there from the Russian. Nice defense from the Russian fighter. And here we go into the sword and shield round. The shield's being held up very high. Tense fight in this bout, circling each other. Of course, the sword and buckler round requires such precision to get these hits. And a nice defensive swipe there from the Ukrainian. Seems to be fairly well covered, but of course this Ukrainian forcing a buckler forward makes it very, very difficult for the Ukrainian to strike. And there's a nice connection there. Another tense Ukraine and Russia fight, the sword and shield. This may even pass without a single connection. Two very, very cautious fights, and nice. So the Russia very, very good at backing away, very swift, and that is called. We saw the marshal there just signaling a zero, and it may have been 0 shots taken. You can see some Great aggression there and very precise shots. Great defense from the Russian as well.
And with the result 3-0, the victory goes to Ukraine 5-1.
And there it is, the Ukrainian coming out on top. Russia 3 not able to hold her off. However, she's had a good tournament herself.
And next on the list A, Russia 5-1 versus Ukraine 5-1.
Now,
Fighters, please get
Russia
ready
1,
and
Ukraine
come to
1.
the list.
Promises to be a very, very energetic battle. We're going into round 3 of this round. Russia 2, Ukraine 2. And I think in terms of aggression, I'm seeing a bit more from the Russian. Opens it up well, but well defended by the Ukrainian. Nice block there, but getting some shots in. A big, nice headshot from the Ukrainian. And because now he's going to have to open it up a bit more than she is. He needs to get that distance. Now this the Russian 2 fighter, very sharp, but moving her legs out of the way just in time and not to get hit. And great lean there, and reach from this one. A nice headshot there from the Russian. It's not connecting with some shots there to the side. Although the headshot well defended. Nice leg shot coming through from the Ukrainian. And maybe a few more connections from the Ukraine in this bout, and some great counter-attack, but she's swinging her sword and not connecting. Nice little headshot there from both opponents, and comes down. The helmet of the Russian there leaves herself open. I think being a bit of confusion now. I think maybe the Russian thought it was already over, but she gave away a headshot then. Nice attack from Russia 2. Straight in with the headshot, good leg shots there, and a return headshot. And the end of the round is called. You can see here how close it was. Some great body shots from the Russian, combined with those 2 headshots there. None of them connected, but great show of aggression there. And a nice leg shot. Good high defense there from the Ukrainian, but can't quite get to a counter-attack. There, good headshot. There you see it. Russia 1 and Ukraine 1. Big results there.
The victory goes to Russia 5-2.
And there it is, called victory to Russia 2. There's further connections, and the aggressive
The next fight
attacks
is
paid off.
between Moldova 5-1 and Germany 5-1.